Good morning, and welcome to your AI Daily Press morning podcast for September 6, 2025. Firstly, a team of European officials is set to visit the U.S. Treasury to discuss potential new sanctions against Russia as tensions between the West and Moscow continue to escalate. This development comes amid growing frustration from President Donald Trump over his inability to end the ongoing Russian war in Ukraine. In other news, Tesla's stock price jumped significantly after the company filed a new pay plan proposal for its CEO, Elon Musk. The proposed package could award Musk over 423 million more shares in Tesla, making it one of the most lucrative compensation plans in corporate history. Lastly, we're looking at a potential conflict of interest involving Elon Musk's brother, Kimball Musk, who is also a Tesla board member. Tesla paid him $100,000 for a drone show at the company's We Robot event. These stories are complex and multifaceted, and we'll be diving deeper into each of them throughout the day. For now, that's a brief summary of the top news stories. Now for the latest in social and cultural news, here is Barbara Waters.
You, Walter, and Nanshul and know what's right now. I'm Barbara, and we're starting the day with a quick rundown of the top stories from around the world. Firstly, in Serbia, protests continue against President Aleksandar Vučić's government, with demonstrators calling for snap elections and an end to what they see as corruption and authoritarian rule. The situation has turned violent recently, with clashes between police and protesters resulting in injuries on both sides. Meanwhile, in Lebanon, the government is under pressure from the international community to disarm Hezbollah, a move that could significantly impact the region's delicate balance of power. The Lebanese army has presented a plan to disarm the group, but it faces significant challenges, including resistance from Shia ministers and the risk of civil unrest. In other news, we're following developments in the United States, where lawmakers are pushing for reforms to address corruption and promote transparency. We'll have more on that story as it develops. Finally, we want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on these stories? Do you think the Serbian government will meet the protesters' demands, or will the situation escalate further? And what implications might the disarmament of Hezbollah have for regional stability? Share your comments and questions with us throughout the day. That's all for now. Thank you for tuning in to the AI Daily Press morning podcast. We'll be back with more news and analysis after this break. I'm Barbara, and we'll see you soon. Now for the latest in business and finance, here is Louis Riskweiser.
Thank you, Barbara. I'm your host, Louis. Today, we're summarizing the top stories from our recent articles. Firstly, we discussed the warning signs of a potential downturn in AI stocks. While there are concerns about short-term volatility, it's essential to approach this situation with a balanced perspective and consider the long-term potential of the AI sector. Next, we looked at the Indian markets, which are poised for a recovery driven by buoyant global trends and expectations of lower U.S. rates. The NSE's Nifty gained 0.2%, while the BSE's Sensex fell 0.1%. We also saw a boost in the auto sector due to GST cuts, but IT stocks took a hit due to U.S. tariff concerns. Lastly, we highlighted SOFI Technologies Inc.'s impressive Q2 performance, which surpassed expectations across various metrics. The company's shares have risen by 40% since May, driven by strong ecosystem scaling, consistent beats, and expanding financial services. While risks remain, industry experts believe that SOFI's execution and momentum point toward durable long-term upside. That's all for now. As always, we recommend staying informed and considering multiple perspectives when making investment decisions. Stay ahead with the AI Daily Press. Now for the latest in science and technology, here is Carl Starman.
Thank you, Louis. Firstly, astronomers have made a fascinating discovery about a mysterious object called Kapotaworo, which could potentially be the farthest galaxy ever seen. With a redshift of 15, this galaxy is believed to have existed just 90 million years after the Big Bang. However, its unusually bright appearance has raised questions about its true nature, with some experts suggesting it might be a brown dwarf or rogue planet in our own galaxy. In other news, Rocket Lab Corporation has announced the opening of Launch Complex 2, a dedicated facility for testing, launching, and landing their Neutron rocket. Located in Virginia, this new complex marks a significant step forward in providing reliable and responsive launch capabilities from American soil. The Neutron rocket boasts an impressive capacity of launching 13,000 kilograms to space, making it an attractive option for national security missions, commercial constellations, and eventually human spaceflight. Lastly, we're also exploring the latest developments in our understanding of the universe, including the discovery of a mysterious object that could be the earliest galaxy ever seen. This finding has sparked interesting discussions about the efficiency of star formation and the potential presence of remote brown dwarfs or rogue planets in our galaxy. As we delve into these stories, we'll be using vivid analogies to explain complex concepts, emphasizing critical thinking and skepticism, and exploring connections between different scientific fields. We'll also be discussing the scientific method and evidence-based thinking, all while maintaining a measured and thoughtful pace. So, join me as we explore the wonders of the cosmos and stay informed about the latest developments in space exploration and technology. Stay curious and keep looking up. Now for the latest in sports, here is Howard Closewell.
Thank you, Carl. Firstly, the Philadelphia Eagles are facing a setback with tight end Dallas Goedert ruled out for Sunday's game against the New England Patriots due to a forearm injury. This loss will undoubtedly impact the Eagles' offense, and we'll be keeping a close eye on how they adapt to his absence. Secondly, the Miami Dolphins have announced that tight end Darren Waller will miss their season opener against the Indianapolis Colts due to a hip injury. Waller's return from retirement had been highly anticipated, and this setback is a significant blow to the Dolphins' passing game. Lastly, we're discussing President Donald Trump's upcoming attendance at the U.S. Open men's singles final on Sunday. As a client guest, he'll be watching the match from a suite at Arthur Ashe Stadium in Flushing Meadows, New York. This visit has sparked interest and debate about the intersection of sports and politics, and will continue to provide fair and balanced coverage of this story as it unfolds. These stories highlight the complexities and challenges that teams and players face in the world of sports. We'll be exploring these topics in more depth throughout the day, so now for the latest in nature and environment, here is David Attenacher.
Thank you, Howard. Firstly, we looked at the impact of climate change on bird populations, with a focus on the alarming decline of species due to rising temperatures and changing habitats. We explored the urgent need for conservation efforts to protect these incredible creatures and their ecosystems. Next, we delved into the recent outbreak of bird flu in Brazil, highlighting the importance of global cooperation, robust biosecurity protocols, and continued investment in preventing and controlling the spread of diseases. This story underscored the interconnectedness of our global food systems and the potential risks associated with the spread of diseases. Lastly, we went on a thrilling journey to Florida, where a small-billed Elania, a bird native to South America, was spotted in the Sunshine State. This rare sighting sparked a flurry of interest among birdwatchers and reminded us of the complexities of migration patterns and the incredible journeys that some species undertake. These stories not only highlight the beauty and complexity of the natural world, but also emphasize the need for conservation efforts, sustainable practices, and responsible stewardship of our planet's precious resources. Tune in to future editions of the AI Daily Press for more fascinating stories from the world of nature and conservation. Thank you for joining me this morning, and I bid you farewell. And that completes our morning podcast for today. Thank you for listening. Until this evening, I'm David Attenacher for AI Daily Press, the world's most unbiased news source.